No humans seeing me in my pajamas, except for you guys all over the entire internet.
It's LeahMouseVlog, LeahMouseVlog, it's LeahMouse's vlog.
Hello all, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 5. I'm here in the new sanctuary with the bats, and the Christmas lights, and the Christmas garland, and the spooky things that hang, and the scraps. Yes, it's very confusing. I don't actually know what holiday we're representing in here anymore, but you know what? It's a mishmash. It's a mishmash of all the things we love. Halloween and Christmas and Scrappy. Houdini was in here, but she ran off to scratch at her scratching post. I just heard her, so must unclip. Woo. So I've been working again on candles today. Made a decenter dent. I deserve a break. So I'm taking a break and I'd like to watch a movie. I'm going to watch a Christmas movie with my best friend, Scrappy, and he is going to choose the movie that we are going to watch, and it's going to be marvelous. Well, thank you. Scrappy, what movie would you like to watch this evening? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What movie would you like to watch? Okay, well, here's what we'll do. I'll pick some movies, and then you choose between them, and you tell me which one you want to watch, okay? Just because we don't speak the same language doesn't mean we can't communicate. But either way, I have a pizza on the way because I thought I deserved a treat. And in case you're wondering how I like my pizza, I like pan crust and lots of schmutz and extra cheese. And if you don't know what I mean by lots of schmutz, well, then you never met my dad. And that's true, you have never met my dad. He passed away long before YouTube was even invented, so yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? But my dad got me turned on to the lots of schmutz pizza. Lots of schmutz pizza. That was hard to say. I can't believe I actually got it out. Lots of schmutz pizza, lots of schmutz, lots of schmutz. Pizza with lots of schmutz. Schmutz. I don't even know what word I'm trying to say anymore. Schmutz? Yes, schmutz. Lots of schmutz. Lots of schmutz is basically exactly what it sounds like. A lot of toppings. A lot of different toppings and a lot of those different toppings. And the way that he trained me to appreciate pizza, not train me, but this is how we always used to eat pizza, and it became my favorite way to eat pizza, was lots of schmutz. And I'm talking the pepperoni, the mushrooms, the onions, the green peppers, the sausage, even though I don't really care for sausage. The green olives, the black olives, basically anything that you can cram on there. Now, he liked hot peppers. I do not like hot peppers. I don't even like black pepper. You put literally, there's a place in town that makes coleslaw. It's amazing. It's amazing coleslaw. It's probably the best coleslaw I think I've ever had in my life. And that's at the Spud Jr., by the way, in case you were interested. However, they put pepper in it, which is fine, except the pepper, it's just black pepper. It's like a sprinkling of black pepper, just normal crap that you put on everything, salt and pepper, right? It's too spicy for me, and I'm always like eating this coleslaw, like going, which makes no sense because my dad could literally eat habaneros out of the jar. And he loved it. So, I don't think that he was ever acquainted with the ghost pepper, but I'm sure that if he had been, he would have loved to try it and it would have been awesome and he would have loved it. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about my dad's love for hot peppers. This took a strange turn. Anyway, so lots of schmutz. All the toppings that you can cram on there that, you know, taste good together. And then cover it with a very thick blanket of cheese. That is my favorite way to eat pizza. I don't like pizza places that put the toppings on top of the cheese. I like the cheese on top of the toppings. I'm very specific when it comes to that. And I get really upset, especially having worked for Papa John's for 10 years, I get really upset when the topping distribution sucks. Because there's center loading, which is when all you put all the crap in the middle, like you're not supposed to do that. And then there's like, you know, it doesn't spread out. Or there's just poor topping distribution, which is when they're just kind of sparsely here and there, like, you know, there's like a mushroom over here on this piece, and like 4 over here on this piece, and then like 2 on this one, and it's just like all crappy. And I hate it when they're skimpy on the toppings too. Pizza Hut, extremely skimpy on the toppings. I love their crust, I love their pan crust, don't like their toppings. Their topping distribution is crap. It's terrible. If I ask for mushrooms on a pizza, I've even asked for extra mushrooms and gotten the same result. I literally get like 5 shrivelly ass little mushroom bits on the whole an entire pizza. And that's it. They're not even big mushrooms. They're like I have to look for them and it sucks. So I stopped ordering for Pizza Hut. We got Domino's coming and I like Domino's. I shouldn't. arch nemesis of the Papa John's, but I don't work for Papa John's anymore, and strangely, I never even ate Domino's in my entire life until like this year. And I discovered it's actually pretty damn good. I actually like it better than Papa John's. In fact, I never want to see a Papa John's pizza ever again. I made like 8 million of those things over the course of my life, and I don't want to eat them or see them or smell them or be near them ever again. Wow, so we're talking about pizza. That happened. Okay, so anyway, we gotta pick a movie. So now, should we use my super swell TV and use the little voicey thingy to search for a movie? Because I don't know what I wanna watch. Or should I select from my DVDs that I just worked so perilously hard to organize? I don't know. I have a lot of Christmas movies, and of course there are a lot on the streaming services. I guess it depends on what I can watch for free. Now, the only thing I don't like about this TV, and it's literally the only thing, is that when you use the little microphone on the remote to, you know, do a search thingy, it brings up every app that that movie is available on, except Netflix. And I don't know why, because there's a lot of stuff on Netflix. I know it is, I've seen it there, and it doesn't come up in the search results for Netflix, so it's like you go across the thing and it's like, yo, if you have HBO Max, you can buy it. If you have Prime, you can buy it. If you have like this and that, you can buy it. But I know it's on Netflix for free, but for some reason Netflix isn't included in the search results, which doesn't make any sense to me. So we're gonna search Christmas movies. Okay, we got A Christmas Story, which we know I hate. Scrappy, you studying these selections? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, we know that's a hard no. Home Alone, he and I just watched. Elf, we just watched over the weekend. Love Actually is a hard no. Santa Claus, I just watched that. Grinch, not a fan. Home Alone 2, saving it for later. Never heard of that one. White Christmas, saving that for Christmas Eve. I don't know, I'm thinking I might have to dip into my DVDs, which I'm fine with, honestly. And by the way, I swear to God, if these people do not follow these instructions. Have any of y'all been having trouble with this, like with Uber Eats or DoorDash or any delivery service at all? It's almost like they don't even pay even the slightest bit of attention to the delivery instructions. Because every time I leave detailed instructions, the description of our porch, exactly what the welcome mat says, like exactly where we're at in the line of houses on the street, okay? And I always put, do not knock or ring the bell. And I always select contactless delivery, so leave at door, right? So in my head, the way that that should go down is they show up with the stuff, see the house that fits the description that I very eloquently detailed out for them down to what the doormat says, come up, not knock or ring the bell, since obviously I know it's coming, and I said that, so I'm watching for it, and I get, you know, tracker notifications. I can literally watch their car on the map the whole way to my door. Leave the food without knocking or ringing the bell, on the correct porch, contactless, walk away.
Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
That's how it should go down. That's how it's designed to go down. That's how I want it to go down. Is that ever how it goes down? Not even close. Half the people can't even find our house. They call me and they're lost because they're around the corner. They don't know what street we're on because they can't read addresses, I guess. They always go to the neighbor's house on either side. This neighbor or that neighbor. They always end up at their place. Sometimes they just leave the food and leave, and the neighbors are nice enough to bring us the food. Or sometimes they just end up over there and I'm sitting there like, okay, they've been sitting in front of our house on the map for like 10 minutes. Where the heck are they? And I have to peek my head out and they're standing over there like morons on the neighbor's porch. Even though they're not supposed to knock or anything and it's supposed to be contactless, they're supposed to leave it and go. They're still standing there waiting for somebody to come and meet them. So I always have to usher them over, you know, like I said, or they call me because they're lost, or they get to the door and what do? Ding dong, ding dong, ding 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 ding. And they insist on handing it directly to me. Even though I said don't knock or ring the bell. And the reason I say don't knock or ring the bell is because this one freaks the heck out and sprints down to the door, barking his head off, and it just stresses me out and it makes it impossible to interact with any human being on the other side of the door because he's freaking out next to the door, just and sometimes JJ's asleep and I order food during the day, and if they knock or ring the bell, it makes Scrappy bark, wakes JJ up. JJ needs to sleep, he works nights, okay? So I don't know what the disconnect is to where they can't find the house even though I described it down to the doormat, and why they can't get through their heads that it's contactless. Like, that's a big deal. Like, that's the whole reason we started contactless, for health reasons. I request contactless every single time, but they still insist on knocking and ringing the bell, even though I said specifically not to, and making it not contactless, even if they can manage to find the house. So is everybody just really stupid now? or is there some kind of malfunction in the system? I don't know. I actually submitted a thing to Uber Eats about it because I ordered Uber Eats the other day while JJ was sleeping, and I specifically said don't knock or ring the bell because I didn't, you know, want him to Scrappy to start barking and for JJ to get woken up. The guy both rang the bell and knocked, and I was like, dude!
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
All right, so I didn't hear anything, and I'm pretty sure I saw on the little tracker thingy they were in the neighborhood or at the door. Let's see. Mother of God. You see how easy that was? That driver could read, and I appreciate that because you see, I was videoing the whole time, completely uneventful. That's how I like it. No humans seeing me in my pajamas, except for you guys all over the entire internet. Scrappy didn't wig out. He's just sitting here behaving himself. I didn't have to contend with the dog. I didn't have to contend with another human. I didn't have to contend with that awkward handoff, them giving me their germs, me giving them mine. Brava, Domino's. You passed the test. And I'm gonna eat my pizza and still have to pick a movie. She is obsessed with sitting next to the styrofoam and I have no idea why. What are you doing, dear? You being funny? I don't know why you like the styrofoam so much, but you know, that's cool. In my last video, there was a viewer who asked about Watson, which is valid because, you know, we got Scrappy, you know, we got Houdini. They show up all the time in the vlogs because they're social and they're always around me. But Watson, on the other hand, you know, this person asked, hey, I haven't seen Watson in a while. Is she okay? Yes, Watson is fine. She's a hermit. She is a very independent cat. She's got a very different personality from these two. Scrappy is attached to our hip and he absolutely cannot leave our side. He has to be where we are at all times. It is never a, hey, where's the dog? Because if it's a, hey, where's the dog situation, it's more like this. Wait, where's the dog? Because it means he's up to something naughty if he disappears. Houdini is usually in one of like 3 places, either right here or down on the pool table, you know, on her little spot, or she comes downstairs in the basement and hangs out with us on the couch. So she's usually around too. But Watson is a different breed, I guess. So the first task becomes finding the Watson. She likes to hang out over here between the wall and the heater because it's really warm, or she'll lay right here on the bottom of the cat tower. Sometimes she'll be in the chair. Sometimes she's in her hidey hole. There she is. Hi, Watson. Hi. Yeah, she's got her little hidey hole back there she likes to chill in. Well, hi, sweetheart. How you doing today? Thought I'd come in and say hi. The people wanted to see you. Yes, you're a sweet little thing. There she goes. So yeah, that's the deal with Watson. She primarily just hangs out in this room. And if she ventures downstairs ever, it's usually just to say hi or remind me that it's food time or something. And then if we go to pet her, she just kind of runs right back up here. She's weird. I don't know. But then she'll come in the bedroom, you know, and snuggle on my legs if I'm laying down and lounging and relaxing. She really likes to lay on my legs. Yes, that's Watson. She's fine. She's just a loner. And I don't know why. She doesn't like Scrappy, so she doesn't really like to be anywhere where Scrappy is. And Scrappy is everywhere that we are because he cannot be alone. You want to come in and watch Christmas movies? Everybody's in there. Your sister's in there. Suit yourself. Yeah, and in case you didn't know, Watson and Houdini are actually litter mates. They are sisters. They are womb mates. They are legit sisters. They were the last 2 left from the litter, and I got them both. So I think it's cute that Watson's brown with those stripies, and then Houdini is gray with the stripies, and they have such incredibly different personalities. It's kind of unreal. But you're so sweet. You're both so sweet in your own ways. Yeah, even though they're the same age, you know, because they're literal twins. Watson always kind of acted like a big sister to Houdini. I always noticed that. Even when they were kittens, when I first found them, I would put the food down, or the milk or whatever, and Watson would be eating. And then if Houdini showed up, and this is before I named them, of course, when the little gray one showed up, Watson would stop eating and back off and let her sister eat and just kind of like, you know, keep watch while her sister was eating. And then finally, when Houdini was done, Watson would resume eating. And she still does that. She still does that. When I put down a can of food, if Watson's there first, which she usually is because she's always in that room, she'll be eating. If Houdini shows up, Watson stops, lets Houdini eat. Yes, I'm talking about you. Yes, you're the spoiled little sister. Yes, you are. You're your spoiled baby sister. So yeah, I think it's sweet that Watson's always kind of looked out for Houdini, you know, even though they're the same age technically, but she's like a big sister. And as such, she's just a little bit more skittish. She kind of takes on the fears of the pack all on herself because she's really jumpy, she's really skittish. The slightest thing makes her just kind of like go on alert, you know. And then this one, she's not afraid of anything. I mean, absolutely nothing. She doesn't flinch at anything. Strangers come over, she'll go make friends with them, like repairmen, maintenance guys. She will come up and like rub all over their legs and just try to crawl in their tool bags and stuff. Yeah, she's super friendly and super sweet. And that's because she has a really nice big sister that's always taking care of her. So she doesn't have to be afraid of anything. And she doesn't have to worry about anything. So she can do weird things like make face love to styrofoam blocks. You're a funny kitty, you know that? Yes, you are. And then there's Scrappy, and he's just the spoiled little son in the house. Yes, you are. You are spoiled. Okay, now that my pizza's probably cold, I really need to pick a movie. It's hard to pick out all the Christmas movies that I even have. I can't really. I read too fast. My eyes flit. This is kind of funny. Alphabetically, we have several Christmas movies in a row here. We have The Holiday, Holiday Inn, Home Alone, continuing down here, Home Alone 2, and The Homecoming. And you know what? I think I'm picking The Homecoming. That's the one I talked about in my movies vlog, the movies that I really like and hate. This is one that I really like. This is that Walton's one. And as sweet as JJ is, he has watched this with me, but I don't want to make him sit through it again because Wholesome makes him gag. But God bless him, he still sat through it with me last year or the year before, and you know, he said it wasn't bad. He liked it, and he actually watched a few episodes of the Waltons TV show then with me after that, and he said it wasn't bad. But I'm not going to subject him to it again, and I want to enjoy it on my own terms. So we're going to pop this in and enjoy some wholesome Waltons Christmas crap, and I'm going to eat the living daylights out of this pizza. See what I'm talking about with topping distribution? It's not terrible, but it could be better. Cause see, like mushrooms, where are the mushrooms on this piece? Okay, unless they're buried under the cheese. I mean, maybe the cheese topping isn't great. I mean, like, I'm sorry, it's not a bad pizza. It's really not. I've seen way worse. However, as far as having been a shift manager and a general manager at Papa John's over my tenure there, this is not how I would make a pizza. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I guess I can finally tell you guys because neither of us have worked there for a really long time. Papa John's is actually where I met JJ. I don't know if I ever told you guys that, but he was a delivery driver there. And when I moved here, I needed a job and I knew Papa John's like the back of my hand. So I went there, got a job, met this cool delivery driver, and we actually didn't speak for the first 6 months that we worked together because I'm quiet and he's JJ. I'm making memories. This is JJ. Now I gotta go start my car because I'm leaving. Yay. So we didn't talk, and he said later on he told me that he thought I was weird. Well, I am. I admit, you know, when I'm around people, I don't really talk, I don't engage, I don't socialize, I'm just there to make pizza and go home, right? So yeah, for 6 months, we didn't speak a word to each other. And then I guess I sort of made friends-ish with one of the managers there, and he's a cool guy, you know, he was friends with JJ as well, we're still friends with him. And I guess JJ said, like, that chick is weird, and I guess the guy was like, actually, she's pretty cool, you just gotta get to know her. So that kind of opened up that avenue. So thank God for that guy. Thank God. Anyway, okay, God, movie, pizza. Arrgh! You are so cute and weird. Snuggling your styrofoam. Don't you get staticky hanging up against this thing? She always kicks me. Oh, I didn't cut this very well. This slice is like enormous, and then the one next to it is like a baby slice, but that's fine. That's fine. Yes. Can I help you? You want a little piece of pepperoni? Good boy. Why the hell didn't I grab a napkin while I was downstairs? I'm an idiot.
We loved Walton's Mountain and felt it was ours. The Walton family had endured in that part of the Blue Ridge a short time in the memory of the mountain. no one on earth had quite so good a life. I was 15 and growing at an alarming rate.
He does this every single time we have food. He'll just sit there and stare at me and just look back and forth from me to the food as if like, you know, in case this isn't clear, this is what I want. I want the food. He always does this every single time. Can you guys see that? He's literally glancing back and forth from the food to me. The stare down isn't gonna get you any more pepperoni.
Throw out the lifeline, throw out the lifeline. Someone is drifting away. Throw out the lifeline, throw out the lifeline. Someone is sinking today. Miss Emily, Miss Mamie, we got to have some gas.
Oh, Mom, that was for you. Mom and I always busted up laughing at that line. It's so great. The context makes it funnier, but still. I love you, Mom. I wish we could watch this together, but I guess we'll just have to settle for this for now. Scrappy, we've got to have some gas. All right, kids, enough screwing around. Back at it. I made quite the dent last night. So these were the finished ones before. Now these are the finished 4 ounces. I still have a lot of these to do, plus the ones over here yet that need finishing. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I must focus and get this done. My God. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate you. Oh, nose itch. Oh. Merry Vlogmas to all, and I shall hopefully see you tomorrow. Don't forget to watch out for the sheep, as always. And vlog phrase of the day is, we have got to have some gas. Oh, joy of joys. And now the Houdini is with me and being so cute. Candle time. Okay, bye.